So 15 years.
15 years.
15 years ago today,
Was staring out the window of an airplane, wondering how my life had gone so wrong.
how did my life end up here? I was on a plane to Southern California where I was about to spend the next 42 days in a drug and alcohol rehabilitation center. I was at the lowest point of my life. It was this empty, hollow shell. I spent the next 42 days going through treatment, and that was 15 years ago now. I've been clean and sober since then. And every year around this time, I get a little reflective. You know, when it comes close to the time where my life pretty much started over, I start reflecting on where I've been and where I am today and how I got here. And I'm filled with this sense of gratitude and humbleness. But something's different in me this year. There's been something else just stirring in my soul. It's this holy discontent. It's a discontent that it's just been welling up that I just can't ignore. Something telling me that I need to do more, that I need to really invest in helping others who have been where I've been, helping families who are struggling with a addict or alcoholic in their life and not really sure what to do or how to help them. And it's not that I haven't been helping all of these years. I remember when I first got out of treatment, the first apartment that I lived in by myself, there was a young man that lived in an apartment next to me. He was 20-something, and I met him out on the balcony, on the steps going up to our apartment one day, and was talking to him, and he was asking me if I partied. And I used that opportunity to share with him my story, where I'd been and why I don't party anymore. And a couple weeks later after that, he came back and found me, and he told me, he said, "Chad, thank you for sharing your story with me. Hearing where you've been gave me the courage to get help myself, and I'm leaving tomorrow to enter a rehab program." There was also, a couple of years ago, a mom that called me, and she was really worried about her son. And so over the course of several conversations, I was able to help her see that her son really did need help. And even though she was getting pushback from her family didn't want to go through with an intervention. They didn't really think that he had a problem, that he was just kind of going through a phase in his life. But I was able to help walk her through that and give her the courage and the encouragement that she needed to get her son help. And they did an intervention, and he was able to go off to treatment and came back and has been sober since then, as far as I know. And I've got lots of stories like that. It's crazy sometimes to think of where I've been. I sometimes get these flashes, these memories that come back to me, and I just shudder, and I do all I can just to get them out of my mind. You see some of these pictures of who I was back then. These are 15 years ago at the height of my addiction, of my partying, and I was about 30 pounds heavier and unhealthy, just a shell. And as you can see, I've changed a lot since then. Yes, my hair is a little grayer, but it's been a radical transformation from who I was back then to who I am today. In fact, people who know me today who didn't know me back then have a hard time believing that was even part of my life. Because, and for me too, it's hard to believe because it is so foreign to me. Like, that's not who I am. That's not, it's like, sometimes it feels like I'm in this movie where they've implanted someone else's memories, because I have these memories of this person who is not me. And it's hard to believe that person even was me. But it's true, and that's where I was, and it's what I did. But God is the great healer, the great redeemer, and my life has been redeemed. And here's the thing. There is a battle waging, and it's only getting worse. People are dying. Children are growing up without moms and dads because they've died of overdoses, because they're living on the street, because their families have been torn apart. But something can be done. Something can be done. Like there is hope. I am living proof of it. And because of where I've been, I feel like I am uniquely qualified to help. I guess it's just this holy discontent that just is welling up in my soul that says, I can do something. I must do something. I'm going to do something. And so I guess that's kind of what this video is about. It's about me declaring that I am battle ready, that I'm ready to step into the battle, that I am going to do what I can to help those who are caught in the midst of addiction, who are working to pull their way out, and to help families who don't know what to do, who have a loved one that's suffering, who are being torn apart. I want to help those who don't know where else to turn. And so I've got a plan. I'm already involved, and part of it is putting out free content here and on other social media. And so if you're interested in following along, if you're interested in helping, there are ways that you can help. That's not the point of this video right now today, but if you are, please reach out to me. There will be an email address, there's a website, and there's more to come. Thanks for taking the time to watch, and thank you for joining me on this journey, and thank you for your heart to help those who were like me, who weren't bad people, but have made bad decisions. And together we can make a difference. Thank you.